for today's video, we are trying out what is supposedly supposed to be a Tarte Shape Tape dupe. I saw it on Amazon. I saw it the other day, I think it was Saturday, when I was looking for a ring light on Amazon, which I'm using currently. And I saw it and I was like, that looks exactly like Tarte Shape Tape. So I started looking into it, I clicked on it, and it's actually called the Shape Tape Concealer. It looks exactly like it. I'm going to dive into the looks, the application, and how it wears in my upcoming clips. So if you're interested to see if there is in fact a 100% dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, then just go ahead and keep watching. Alright guys, so like I mentioned in the intro of this video, I am going to be discussing / wear testing a Tarte Shape Tape dupe, a straight up dupe, like so obviously a dupe that it could never be hidden that it was supposed to be a dupe when they made this other concealer. So what I'm going to do before I put on my foundation off camera and then come back and apply the concealer on camera is I'm going to show you the concealer we are talking about against the Tarte Shape Tape, the similarities in packaging, and all that kind of stuff, and then we're going to jump into applying it. So this is the Tarte Shape Tape. I just bought it today. I've mentioned before on my channel that I have never actually tried the Tarte Shape Tape because it doesn't really sound like something I would like, but I wanted to be able to suggest a dupe for you if it is in fact an actual dupe. This is the mini version because I didn't want to pay $30 for the full size, especially like if I don't know if I'm going to use it a lot. But this is in the shade Fair Neutral. It's in Fair Neutral. This was the only shade they had in the mini version, but it is going to work for me. It just doesn't match the other shade of the other concealer that we're going to have to lighten after application. So, we all know what the Tarte Shape Tape looks like. It has very iconic packaging. This is the dupe. Doesn't that look familiar? Looks really similar. It is the Quebest. Literally, it's called the Shape Tape. I'm not even kidding. Shape Tape Contour Concealer. Shape Tape Contour Concealer. It says it on both of them. Can you see that? Oh my gosh! They couldn't even be more original. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go apply my foundation off camera real quick, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to jump right into the application of the concealer and see if this is in fact a dupe. Alright, so I have applied foundation. In case you're wondering, I mixed my Maybelline Super Stay foundation in the shade 120 Classic Ivory, and then I went in and put some of this in there, the Maybelline, you can't see it because it's reflecting, but the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover in the shade 120 Classic Ivory. I'm going to see how this wears. I thought it would be a nice little like hybrid because this one's like super matte and this one's dewy, but they're both supposed to be full coverage, so that was just kind of to test it out, and I know I like both of them. So now that we have the foundation on, it's time to go in with the concealer, and I'm first going to go in on my right eye with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And we're just going to see. I have a mirror over here, so let's just go ahead and put this on. And by the way, the mini Tarte Shape Tape does not have a huge doe foot because I don't think it would fit in this tiny bottle that I paid $10 for. I'm not bitter. But anyway, let's see here. Oh, this stuff kind of smells weird. It's like perfume. This is the tiniest concealer I've ever bought in my entire life. I don't know why I'm putting so much on. I've heard people say this is super full coverage, so we'll see. Oh wow. It is pretty. I mean, I'll see that. Let's kind of drag it down. And apparently, also the Tarte Shape Tape is not supposed to crease. We'll see. We'll see while I'm doing the other eye with the other concealer. It did blend in really nicely though. I actually like secretly love mini things because I think they're so cute. But yeah, okay. It does look really good. I like the coverage. And keep in mind, This one's a little bit darker, so I'm gonna have to like lighten it. I'm probably gonna lighten it with the e.l.f. concealer that I love, but that's after I apply it and see how it works. So there's somebody with a really loud truck driving by. So now I'm gonna go in with the Best Shape Tape Contour Concealer, which is the exact same name, way to be original. And I'm just gonna go in my left eye, and I am very aware that these are two different shades because it's really hard to tell online this color because it looked a lot like this color online. Yeah, we're gonna have to lighten this. On a side note, I love the e.l.f. concealer, so if you're wondering, that one's great, and that was in one of my past videos. I think it was my very first Face Friday. Alright. So, after this, they are two different colors, as you can see. Ignore that for a second. It's all blended in. It blended out really nicely. I like it. So I'm going to actually let this sit for about 30 seconds, and we're going to see if one of them creases, what is going on there.
I've been using it every single day. So that's that. I'm going to leave it be, but I'm not a huge fan of it.
Alright, so I have let them both sit. I actually let them sit for about 45 seconds because, as you can see in my last clip, I got distracted by watching Jessica Braun. So let's look up. I honestly, they both creased just a little bit. I mean, I'm talking like the slightest bit. Barely any. But they both look really good. I have some mascara over here. Yeah, neither one of them creased more than the other. It was just the slightest bit, like, it's pretty impressive. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish the rest of my face. Half of it's going to be with this and half of it's going to be with this, and then I'm going to have to go in a little bit with this just to lighten this one up. And then we are going to talk about what I think of them compared to each other. Alright, so I have finished applying all of my concealer, and this is what we are looking at. Honestly, you can't even really tell. Like, they both look the same, and they looked the same before I went in with the e.l.f. one to lighten this side because this is kind of dark. But, like, it looks really good, and I think that so far it's definitely looking like it's going to be a dupe, which would be amazing because I'm pretty sure this was $8, which is significantly less than even the mini size of this. I'm going to put the price on the screen of the Best Shape Tape Concealer, and that way you'll have an accurate representation of that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me setting powder, and I'm going to set everything to give them both a fair shot. Okay, so I have put everything else on, obviously. And so let's talk about these real quick. So, as far as application goes, I think that they both applied pretty much the exact same. Neither one of them creased a ton. They both creased about the same, which was very minimal. I did go in with setting powder. I also went with the Physicians Formula powder I tried in Wednesday's video. And it looks really good. I'm also going to be doing check-ins like I normally do on Face Fridays. And we're going to see what Thomas thinks of my concealer. He's sitting over there. And a check-in in the future. And so yeah, I will see you guys in my first check-in. Hey guys, so here's check-in number 1. The concealers are holding up really well. I don't see any difference under the under eye or down the nose. I don't see anything rubbing off, weird, sweating off. So yeah, so far I'm really liking it, and I will see you in the next check-in. Hey babe.
What?
Can you come over here and tell me if any of my under eyes look, they look different from each other, if they look the same? Yeah?
Oh goody. No,
your under eye looks the same.
Yeah. Let's see. You gotta get closer.
One of them looks different.
How?
One of them's wider.
Oh, well, that's because the color is different, but like the finish.
Well, yeah, then they look the same.
Do you like one eye better than the other?
I like the one that doesn't have color. But I'm pretty plain, so.
This one?
No, that one.
This one's darker than that one.
No, that one has a white streak underneath it.
No, it doesn't.
Maybe it's the light. I don't know. I can't tell. Whatever. I don't know how to do this.
But do you think it looks good?
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I look pretty?
Of course, you always look pretty.
Oh, thank you, love.
Even my favorite's when you don't wear makeup.
Thank you. All right.
I look weird.
No, say bye.
Bye. Please subscribe. Stay tuned.
Hey guys, this is the final check-in of the day. I'm looking a little crazy because I didn't reapply my lip, and so it's like come off on the inside. But let's talk about the concealers. So I genuinely think that the Quebest one is a great alternative to the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. It is very similar to it. The application was similar, the formula is very similar, the wear is similar. They both stayed on under my eyes and all over my face really well. I really like it. The only thing I would suggest is maybe when you're looking at the picture on Amazon to go up a couple of shades lighter because it's hard to tell on the picture. But yeah, I highly suggest this concealer. And I like the Tarte Shape Tape as well. This was my first time using it and I like the way it wore. I don't think I would pay $30 for the full size because I do think that there are better deals at the drugstore or on Amazon. So yeah, definitely go check this Quebest concealer out on Amazon. And also the e.l.f. Camo Concealer is a great alternative as well. I've been able to tell because the e.l.f. one I've worn a lot, and the Tarte Shape Tape today I wore, they're very similar in application and wear and everything. So there are two options for you out there so far. If you want me to, I can continue looking for alternatives to the Tarte Shape Tape so you don't have to spend $30. Anyway, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the notification bell down below for updates on future uploads, and consider subscribing if you haven't. Remember to follow me on social media and email me at imakeuplikethis96@gmail.com if you want to contact me. I hope you guys have a great Friday and a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in Monday's video. Bye, guys. Alright, guys. So, like I mentioned in the intro, today we are trying a concealer. Shape Tape Contour Concealer. It's actually called the the Shape Tape